Today I'm going to give you some pros and cons about living in Brickell. Brickell's a neighborhood in Miami-Dade County. It's just south of downtown Miami. It's west of Miami Beach and also north of Coral Gables and Coconut Grove. Brickell's really popular because the buildings there are just incredible. A lot of them are located along Biscayne Bay. There's also Brickell Key. There's beautiful shops and dining and a lot of parks, and outside it just feels like a big hustling and bustling part of the city. Brickell's really great because a lot of the buildings there are just incredible. The amenities are fantastic. Pretty much everything you need is in Brickell, and Brickell is a beautiful part of our city. In today's video, I'm going to give you some pros and cons about what you need to know about living in Brickell, and I'm going to get started now. Hey everyone, my name is Jamey Prezzi. I'm a real estate agent in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. I work with my husband Ognjen Prezzi and our team, and today I'm going to give you some pros and cons about living in Brickell. It's a neighborhood in Miami, Florida. But first, before I get started, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another update. We do put out new videos every week. Also, tap the bell so you're notified with new notifications. We get calls every single day from people just like you who are thinking about relocating to Miami, Florida. So whether you're thinking about buying in the next month or next year, give us a call. We're always here to be a resource for you. Use the information in the description box. Call us, text us, email, whatever works best for you is fine by us. Okay, let's get started. So I always like to give the bad news first. So let's go over some of the cons about living in Brickell. One thing about Brickell is the cost of living there is fairly expensive. Brickell is one of the most popular neighborhoods in Miami, Florida. And because of that, the cost of living in Brickell in terms of buying real estate has definitely gone up over the last several years. In addition to that, a lot of the shops and dining and restaurants in Brickell are high-end. And so with that higher end feel, the prices are definitely a bit higher. Next, traffic. Listen, Brickell only has so many ways in and out, and with all of those people living there and with everyone's cars coming in and out at the same time throughout the day, traffic can be a bit tedious on Brickell, especially if you live on Brickell Key where there's an island to get on and off every single day. That area can get very backed up throughout the day depending on the time of day. Traffic in and around Brickell can be a bit much. Crowded. Brickell has a lot of condominium buildings, and in addition to that, there are a lot of people who come into the city every single day to work. A lot of the buildings are also commercial space, so there's a lot of people living and working in Brickell. So if you're looking for something where you can find a lot of peace and quiet, Brickell may not be it, because Brickell is very crowded and there are a lot of people who live there. With that comes noise, and there are a lot of people living and working in Brickell every single day. There's a lot of traffic noise from, the backed up traffic. You'll hear a lot of sirens, a lot of horns honking because people are not very patient. And also at night, there's a lot of clubs and restaurants, and Brickell is just a very busy area. So if you are not a noise fan, Brickell may not be the place for you. Next, lack of green space. So there are some parks in Brickell, and that's really nice, and the parks that are there are beautiful. However, there's not a lot of green space in Brickell. You'll probably have to go outside of Brickell to find a lot of big parks. So that's just something to know, that Brickell does lack a bit of green space because it's mostly condominium buildings, commercial space, and restaurants. There's not a lot of space. Now, Brickell is surrounded by Biscayne Bay and the Miami River, so you can take some beautiful walks along the bayfront and also along the Miami River. But there are not a lot of big parks in Brickell, so to say. All right, so next let's move on to the pros. One of the best things about Brickell is the location. Brickell is a very convenient location. It's a very central location in Miami-Dade County. You can be in a lot of places fairly quickly from Brickell, including Miami Beach. And a lot of people call Brickell the hub of Miami. So that's very important to know in terms of convenience. Next, waterfront views. I mean, listen, a lot of people move here to get those waterfront views. So if that's something very important to you, Brickell can be a great neighborhood in which you can buy some beautiful real estate. I would say you would really need to focus on a lot of the buildings that are along Biscayne Bay so that you don't risk another building popping up in front of your view. However, there are also a lot of buildings on Brickell Key where you can find incredible water views. So Brickell has a lot of beautiful buildings, and a lot of those buildings rise very high into the sky where you can maximize that beautiful water view. Public transportation, we do have the Metro Mover and also the Metro Rail that run through Brickell, so public transportation is fairly good in Brickell, which makes it easy for people to get in and around without a car. Next, the nightlife and the restaurants. Brickell is definitely known for beautiful restaurants and incredible nightlife. There are a lot of restaurants that are on the rooftops there, a lot of bars that are on the rooftops in the area. And Brickell has some incredible spaces where you can go to enjoy a lot of fun nightlife. And pedestrian friendly. I would say apart from Miami Beach, Brickell would probably be my next area in terms of pedestrian friendliness and accessibility. Brickell is a really great neighborhood where you can really get out without a car and get from space to space without the need to access a car, which is great when the place is so crowded and there's a lot of traffic all the time. Overall, Brickell is one of the most popular neighborhoods where we do business every single day. Over the years, we've seen Brickell grow into this beautiful space, and we're very proud of this neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood with a lot of high-end luxury real estate options. And in addition to some of the incredible amenities that these buildings offer, there's also a lot to be said for the beautiful restaurant and dining and nightlife options throughout Brickell. If you have questions, we're always here to answer them for you. Again, my name is Jamey Prezzi. This is my husband, Ognjen Prezzi. Those were some pros and cons about living in Brickell. I hope you found them helpful, and we will see you soon.